Well, it's been a while since I've done one of these. I haven't been keeping track of Death Battle. I wouldn't have even known about this one if it hadn't popped up in my recommended, and, well, got Batman and Spider-Man involved again, but I don't know. I'm pretty neutral about this. The original Batman vs. Spider-Man, I kind of figured that's how it would go. I mean, he had the spider sense that Batman really couldn't do anything about, all that jazz. I don't know how this one's gonna go. I mean, I don't think Spider-Gwen is... Some incarnations of Gwen Stacy now make her a super scientist, but I don't think Spider-Gwen is. I'm not that much up on the character in the comics, so Batgirl would definitely have the intellect advantage over Spider-Gwen, but would she be able to last as long with someone, again, someone with super strength like Spider-Gwen, like Batman was able to in that original Death Battle? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's just get to it. 3, 2, 1, go.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Blue Chew. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
You can take them anytime,
we gotta start with this.
and even on an empty stomach, so you can be ready whenever the moment arises.
Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctor's office or wait in line
And
at
they
a
had
pharmacy.
to put this
and it ships right to
ad
your door in a discreet package.
Since Blue Chew prepares
in
and
front
ships
of a
directly,
Death
they're
Battle
cheaper than
with
the
two
pharmacy,
female
and you don't even need to
characters
leave the house.
who are
We've
usually
got a special
depicted
deal
as
just for you guys.
teens.
Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our special promo
come
code
on.
Just pay $5 in shipping.
Again, that's BLUEChew.com, promo code BATTLE to try it free.
Alright, here we
Who
go.
runs the world?
The ladies! So obviously there's a bunch of awesome crime-fighting chicks out there.
Like Barbara Gordon. the
Okay,
DC
that one
Comics
scene in
vigilante
Avengers
known
Endgame, as much as I hate the
And Marvel's
anti-SJW
Gwen
whiners,
Stacy, the one you know
that one
as
scene did feel kind of
Spider-Gwen.
forced. I will give them
He's Wiz
that.
and I'm Boomstick.
But-
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
What was with the
Barbara
Dragon
Gordon
Ball Z
always had a
boss
connection
squad
to crime
posing?
fighting. Her father was Gotham City's police commissioner, and she idolized the legendary superhero Batman.
So she whipped up her own bat costume to crash a police ball. Yeah, she's a rebel. But plot twist, a criminal crashed it first and she wound up saving the day.
This sparked a fire in Barbara, a fire for justice, and a drive to confront crime on her own. With this new mission came another goal, to officially join Batman and Robin.
As the next badass crime fighter, Batgirl. You know,
Yeah, but there's been
how
more than
come
one
she's
Batgirl,
called
right? I mean,
Batgirl
there's-
when Dick gets to be Robin?
was
Her
Cassandra Cain
identity
and one or two others,
individuality
right?
shouldn't be anchored to the
I never
patriarchal
claimed
idea
to be
that
an expert
women
on the
are publicly
comics.
defined by the men in their life.
Well said, Boomstick. Now, joining the Bat family wasn't easy. The dynamic duo weren't exactly keen on adding a third wheel.
But Batgirl worked hard to prove herself. And
Okay, I gotta
she's
see
not
whatever
just a
that
tough
was from
fighter,
with the
she's
cell phone.
super smart.
With a strong understanding of technology and computer hacking, Batgirl knew she could prove useful to a team that relies on tech. Like, you know, Batman and Robin.
How could the bat and the bird say no?
And after settling into the Batcave, she honed her skills by training with the Batman himself.
Who's basically the world's greatest ninja times 1,000. Not like she was some rookie before that, though. Her cop dad had her study a bunch of martial arts like judo and karate.
Of course, Batgirl wears her own custom bat suit, lined with Kevlar and filled to the brim with advanced technology.
It's basically a slimmed-down combination of military-grade armor and spy gear that even James Bond would be jealous of.
Okay, they gotta show the ass from that one scene of Batman and Robin.
Explosion.
Then again, the
Look at
movie was kinda
size of that
ass.
thing.
She also added plenty of her own tools to her arsenal for an extra advantage. Everything from a taser to pepper spray, concussion bombs, smoke bombs, and foam bombs that can bind people in place.
What's with all the bombs?
And of course, she's got batarangs. Dummy?
Here I come. I'm just dying to help.
Everyone knows about the basic shuriken the bats are famous for.
Ow.
But Miss Gordon also carries an electric variant.
Huh. Well, that was...
You know,
oh.
that's very nice of you. That you never appreciate me. You know what? If there was an award for being nice, you wouldn't win it. You three hear me?
Those are awesome. Let me try. Yeah.
Oh, Boomstick! He cannot read a room, can he?
Batgirl's also got guns, but like non-bullet ones. She's got a gun that shoots sleeping gas, a gun that shoots a grappling hook, and a gun that
Because of
shoots
course.
batarangs. Because why would you throw something when you can fire it out of a gun?
She's quick enough to dodge bullet fire and avoid
Makes sense, you don't throw
electricity from
bullets,
live
do ya?
wire.
Who's basically just a scarier version of Blue Jamie Foxx from that one movie about amazing spiders. Also, Batbarb's tough enough to tank a 5-story fall or have a friggin' building explode while she's inside. Damn, girl, you're unstoppable.
Well, until she was shot and paralyzed from the waist down. But even with the loss of her legs, she rallied around her peers and kept fighting the good fight as Oracle.
Remember those computer skills? Well, they sure came in handy here, along with her photographic memory. Plus, she could dodge bullets while in a freaking wheelchair. Man, I bet she'd kick ass at Murder Ball.
Certainly setting her apart from the likes of Batman and Robin. She even learned stick fighting while still paralyzed.
She can beat your ass even while sitting on hers. What can't she do in that wheelchair? Well, besides walk.
Not for too long, though. She eventually received neural implants in her brain and spine that let her walk again. Unfortunately, these devices are vulnerable to short-circuiting and AI hacking, but they're an acceptable risk. and
That
have
was
been
shown
improved
recently in
over
the
time to
Joker War
resist such
storyline.
incursions.
Yeah.
Which just makes her that much harder to beat. I mean, she's strong enough to
Whoa,
out-muscle
so
a giant
He's
mutant
taking on
shark
Lobo.
and
That
suplex a fully
takes
grown
some
tiger.
ovaries of
Move
steel.
over, Joe Exotic. Make way for the Tiger Queen.
Thanks to her police father and her experience with the Bat family, Barbara Gordon's become a well-rounded protector of her city.
Crazy to think how far the wannabe sidekick has come. She's really stepped out of Batman's shadow and become her own hero. The goddamn Batgirl.
Overstepping yourself a little? Try me.
Before Mary Jane, everyone's favorite spider superhero Peter Parker dated a girl named Gwendolyn Stacy.
But then she fell off a bridge and died. The end.
Except that isn't the end. The universe is full of possibilities. What if, in another timeline, that never happened? What if Peter never found that radioactive spider that made him Spider-Man in the first place? What if the superhero was Gwen?
Welcome to Earth 65.
Yeah, probably the
This
best case
Gwen
of
was a teen
unstuffing a
taken
fridge
back to New
ever.
York City. She's a drummer for her high school band and the daughter of a police chief.
And she's this world's one and only Spider-Woman.
Though you might know her as Spider-Gwen.
Actually, Ghost
With her
Spider now,
cool
isn't
powers,
it?
She got busy fighting crime. But hey, who can blame her for showing off a bit? She does whatever a spider can.
Though her police father didn't approve, insisting Spider-Woman could use her powers for the good of others. However, her close friend, the non-superpowered Peter of this world, had a different take.
He was getting bullied all the time and idolized Spider-Gwen's power. So of course he figured the only way to stop the bullies was to get powers like hers. Except he accidentally turned himself into a giant monster lizard. Okay.
Whom the young Miss Stacy was forced to subdue. Peter ultimately succumbed to his experiments, dying in her arms. His death turned Spider-Woman into a fugitive on the run, but also inspired her to take her father's advice.
It was time to step up as a superhero. With her spiderific powers, she can crawl on walls and stick to any surface. Imagine, you're sitting on your couch being all that is man. You look up at your ceiling, and instead of seeing a normal spider, there's a whole-ass woman up there. Yes, please.
Spider-Woman also has the classic spider sense, which constantly scans her surroundings and alerts her to incoming danger.
Oh, duh, that's
Tons of me
standard
said the word
issue.
Spider so far. We get to 50. Do we get a free taco?
Thanks to her spider sense, Gwen's move fast enough to dodge bullets, lasers, and lightning from Electro.
On his best day, classic Spider-Man's even dodged beams of light, at least for a bit before he got smacked.
She's tough enough to power through point-blank explosions just as well as electrocution. And yes, she has similar powers as other spider people like main universe Peter, who survived a massive explosion that annihilated the top of this skyscraper.
And she's strong enough to punch Rhino through a wall, the guy, not another animal, and lift over 10 tons.
But of course,
Yeah,
to
it's 10
truly
tons,
fit
that's
the
standard
role of
issue spider
Spider-Woman,
strength.
She needed one last thing. Thanks to Janet Van Dyne, aka the Wasp, Gwen received her very own web shooters.
Why do these people keep using sticky stuff that just gets everywhere? Kinda gross.
The web fluid isn't just
Really,
sticky, but
Boomstick? I'm
incredibly
not touching
strong.
that.
Hey,
The tensile strength of regular spider silk can reportedly reach up to 178 kilograms per square millimeters in a cross-section. Scaled up to a human-sized web, it would be nearly as strong as steel.
Oh, come on, Wiz, this is a new shirt.
But it can't be. It already has beer stains all over it.
That's just my style. Like all those girls that just cut a bunch of holes in their jeans and ruin them.
Even with those similar powers, Gwen's not your average spider hero. She's made a habit of traveling throughout the multiverse.
And she lost her powers permanently. They were stolen by Cindy Moon because she's the worst. Gwen could briefly restore her powers with these isotope things, but she didn't really have a good solution until she found Venom. Oh, really, Venom. You know, the scary alien sludge monster guy that eats brains?
Despite it being, well, Venom, Gwen took the symbiote for herself. Formed into her new suit, her powers were fully restored.
Oh yes, she's back in black.
I should note this version of Venom is a bit different from the one you're most familiar with. It was lab-created and not nearly as potent or powerful.
It can form talons, camouflage her, and do some limited shape-shifting. But Gwenum won't be reforming from
I
a
still
bottle of
prefer
brew or anything
basic
crazy like
alien
that.
Venom,
Also, she
you
can
don't
create
mind.
even more spiders? Who the hell came up with that? I guess the only problem is the symbiote's weak to loud sounds and fire. It's basically scared of a metal concert.
Ironic, considering its preferred look. But it's still Venom, and its violent nature tore Gwen apart. Eventually, she wound up unmasked and indicted.
What do you mean unmasked? Her name's Spider-Gwen. Everyone should have figured that out.
Have you been paying attention?
Yes, Wiz. Badass spider chick kicked lots of ass.
After serving her time and even gaining control of the symbiote, shifting it into her more iconic getup, Gwen took a trip to the mainline 616 Earth.
Basically, she got about as popular as Spider-Man, and they wanted to jam her in the universe.
There, she regained her secret identity. But since there were a few other Spider-Women running around, she took on a new moniker, Ghost Spider.
Ghost Spider!
Yeah, I was
That's
right.
This chick's too good to protect one world. She's got two. It's awesome to see how far she's come from teenage show-off to guardian of the multiverse.
That's why I work alone. I need.
Yeah, shut up, bitch.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But while these gals have survived some close shaves in the past, you too can get a close shave with Harry's.
Oh
Tired
no,
of
another.
overpaying for razors that are over-designed, overpriced, and out of touch?
Well, Harry's is a return to quality blades at an honest price, as low as $2 per refill. Great for when I accidentally spend most of my money on squirrel hunting gear.
So basically every time he gets a paycheck. Harry's is delivering their sharpest shave ever without upping the prices.
That's right. With Harry's blades, guys shaving 4 times a week have said their 8th shave was as smooth as their first, and they're available wherever you shop, online or in store.
Harry's stands by their blades with a 100% money-back guarantee on harrys.com.
Harry's has a great offer for Death Battle viewers. New U.S. customers can redeem a Harry's trial set at harrys.com/death for just $3.
You'll get a 5-blade razor featuring their new sharper blades, a weighted ergonomic handle, foaming shave gel with aloe, and a travel cover to protect your blade when you're on the go. Just go to harrys.com/death and redeem your trial offer today.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Oh, it's gonna be 3D? Well, they got the Injustice model, right? Yeah, but what model did they have for Gwen? I guess from one of the Spider-Man games, PS4 ones.
Stupid thing. I said take me to Miles, not this.
Of course, Spider Sense. Alright.
Looks like you're the stupid one for dropping by unannounced.
Don't you
Really
treat your
good
guests
model
well.
for Batgirl. I really need to play those Injustice games. Okay, I'm thinking leaning toward
Taken,
Ghost
Dracula.
Spider.
I'll get out of your hair. See ya.
Oh, the dinosaur and the big penny. You always gotta have that in the Batcave. Yeah, she's too fast, Batgirl, I think. Batman couldn't beat Spider-Man. What chance does Batgirl have against Spider-Gwen? Being smart is the only advantage Batgirl's got. Plus, she's tricky. She can easily survive that shit. Yup.
End of the road, loser. I'll find you. You're on my turf.
Too late. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
No, you shouldn't have. Yeah, but that's not gonna kill her. Oh, that's gotta hurt. She's just not as durable. There's no way. And she's not gonna be fast enough to... Or maybe she is.
Ow! 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 Damn it! Come on! Come on!
Oh, that's right, and she's got... Yeah, if her legs give out, she's done for.
Shoot! Ha! Ha! You haven't won yet!
Yeah. Sorry, Batman fanboys with the Indian.
Now I
At the end of the day, the spiders have too much of an advantage over the bats.
KO! Looks
Too
like
fast, too
Batgirl
strong.
turned into
The intellect
Splatgirl.
couldn't bridge
Batgirl
the
wielded an
gap.
impressive arsenal with plenty of tools suited to combat Gwen's abilities. Not to mention, Gwen was no match for her stellar intelligence.
Which made this pretty close. There are plenty of versions of this fight where Batgirl could take down the symbiote with sound and fire.
But even with such weaknesses, the Ghost Spider held enough of her own advantages to take the win more times than not.
So while Batgirl's training was certainly better, the spider sense is just super broken. Gwen and other Spideys have held up against martial arts masters like Captain America, who is definitely on par with super ninjas like Batman.
Not to mention, Gwen was clearly stronger than Barbara. Plus, Spider-Man survived that skyscraper bomb with the same powers, which Batgirl definitely wouldn't walk away from.
It was way bigger than the building blast that Batgirl barely survived. Hell, Batman's biggest explosion survival feat doesn't even match it. Listen, I know explosions, and by measuring the size of this blast, I can tell it's equal to about 60 tons of TNT. But applying the same math stuff to Spider-Man's, it's more than double that.
Yeah, again,
To be frank,
sorry,
Batgirl
Bat
had the tools she
fanboys,
needed to
but
take down Spider-Woman.
the math just
Gwen was
isn't
simply
there.
Stronger, faster, tougher, and made good use of the spider sense, making it extremely difficult for Barbara to land a decisive hit before taking one herself.
It seems batty, but Batgirl was overwebbed by Spider-Gwen spinning this one in her favor. Jesus webbed.
The winner is Spider-Gwen.
I kind of saw that
Episode of
coming.
Death Battle. If you like that fight, be sure to check out the new season of RVB that I worked on, RVB 0. The first episode is up for free right now on roosterteeth.com. Check the link in the description.
Oh, this is One Piece, isn't it? I never really cared for... I don't know who the character is this time, but... You know, why do they have to make Luffy versus Mr. Fantastic a DBX instead of a whole death battle? That really deserved to be its own thing. I mean, but it's definitely not Miss Marvel because... Miss Fantastic is bulletproof like Luffy. Miss Marvel is not, and I've jabbered too long. Well, see you next time. There's another death battle that piques my interest.